Hundreds of people will be fighting for air today. It's a fundraiser for the American Lung Association. That is the wrong picture up there. The Fight for Air climb is happening in less than an hour at Truist Field. And joining us now are the father-son duo that's going to be a part of this climb, Marcus and Harrison Hill. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about this Fight for Air climb.
Okay, the Fight for Air climb is hosted by the North Carolina Leadership Board of the American Lung Association. This is our 9th year. It's being held at Truist Field. And we have about 250 folks that are going to be climbing 808 steps this morning.
808 steps?
Yes.
Some people don't get that many steps in a day. How did you prepare for that?
I haven't, so it's going to be an interesting, it's going to be a very painful day.
Yeah, so this is a great cause. It's for the American Lung Association. Tell me a little bit about your personal connection to lung disease.
I was diagnosed with asthma when I was 1. And if I had asthma my entire life, I remember as a child that seeing Easter seals, which was a program put on by the American Lung Association. And as a kid, it showed me that somebody was out there fighting to make my life better. And then when my son was born, he had asthma early on. And it's one thing to live through asthma as a person, but to see that in your child is much more, it's harder to take. And you understand the suffering much better.
And so that really propels you to do this highly athletic climb today.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of a thing of the challenge of it and the fact that I can do it. And you know, it's about raising money to end things like COVID. I mean, the American Lung Association has put together an incentive that is $25 million to help end COVID. Also, lung cancer, asthma, COPD, and other lung diseases. You know, the focus is to get rid of those, or at least make life better for those folks that suffer with those diseases.
Absolutely. And sometimes people with asthma, they feel like they're limited to what they can do. So how does something like this help show people that it could be done? It is limiting, but I think the thing is if you put your mind to something, and the wonderful thing that I've noticed since I was a child versus when Harrison was small, the advancements, the research and all that has paid off, and it made it so that it's much easier to live with a disease than it was before. Yeah. So Harrison, how does it feel to be doing this climb with your dad later today? More than 800 steps you're going to be taking?
I'm really, really excited to come out here and do this with him. It's kind of a great bonding experience for us because that's something that we've related over our entire lives. Like when I've had a problem when I was younger, I could just go to him because I know he's been through it all.
Yeah. And so this is the first time you two are doing this climb. So you didn't prepare at all? I mean, like, were you on the treadmill, the Stairmaster, the something?
No.
I mean, I go to UNCC and there's so many stairs there, so I feel a little bit prepared for this.
What about you, Marcus?
I'm just going to suck it up.
Yeah, it can be done, right? You're inspiring me to go out and get active. So if someone misses the climb today, how else can they help the American Lung Association?
Go to the Fight for Air Charlotte website and please donate. I mean, anything that you can give would be greatly appreciated and put to use to help ending these horrible diseases.
So who do you expect to participate today? Like, how many people will be out there at Truist Field?
A little over 250. And the thing about the event, it's not just for super athletes or whatever. We have purposely made it so that anyone can participate, and it's a very family-focused event. So the idea is to make it as inclusive as possible.
That is pretty cool. What are you looking forward to most?
I guess just supporting all the research that's going into this to help end lung disease, because as someone who has gone through it, especially with a family history of it, it's really nice to see people who are doing research to end it.
Absolutely. And today, spectators have a chance to watch the climb, even if they're not going to do it, right? They can just come out to the field.
Yeah. Yes. For the first time, because we're at Truist Field, in the past it had been done in a high-rise. So there's not really a way to watch inside stairwells. But this way, the folks can bring in spectators with them and actually see.
That's cool. And there's probably going to be people cheering you on. That's going to give you some adrenaline.
Yeah.
Well, even if there's not a lot of people cheering you on, I'm cheering you on in spirit because this is a great cause. So many people suffer from lung disease, and we saw how COVID took over. So thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us. Anything else you want to add before we go?
Just thank you so much for bringing attention to this. And one of the goals for the American Lung Association Leadership Board in Charlotte is to bring awareness to these diseases and help people that are first diagnosed with either asthma, lung cancer, COPD, on what their next steps are and what they can do to make to understand their path.